that rickety wooden ladder leaning forgotten in the back of your garage, the one with a slightly wobbly rung and too many paint splatters to trust with actual climbing anymore, is genuinely one of the best plant displays you will ever own, and you have not spent a single dollar proving it yet. Leaned at a gentle angle against a sunny wall, or laid flat as a tiered shelf, an old wooden ladder transforms into a genuinely striking, multi-level, plant-s display that solves a problem most plant lovers eventually run into, simply running out of horizontal surface space for a growing collection, while adding a warm, rustic focal point no matching set of plastic plant stands could ever replicate. Finding your ideal ladder is genuinely part of the fun, and thrift stores, estate sales, and farm auctions across the country are consistently good sources for exactly this kind of forgotten, weathered wooden piece. Old wooden straight ladders and step ladders both work beautifully for this project, though a step ladder's naturally wider stance when opened gives you a genuinely more stable freestanding option that does not require leaning against a wall at all, an appealing choice for anyone wanting to position their display away from a wall entirely, perhaps as a room divider or a freestanding centerpiece on a covered porch. Wooden ladders are generally preferred over metal for this particular use since wood's natural warmth suits a plant display's organic character far better than the industrial look of aluminum, and wood also takes stain, paint, and sealant considerably more successfully than metal ever could. Whatever ladder you find, check the specific rung spacing before committing, since rungs spaced too closely together will crowd mature plants uncomfortably, while genuinely wide rung spacing gives each plant enough visual breathing room to actually be appreciated individually, rather than blurring together into one dense mass. Preparing your ladder properly is the foundation this entire project rests on, and the specific steps depend considerably on whether you found a genuinely old wooden ladder or a newer, painted one. For an older, weathered wooden ladder, a light sanding across every rung and side rail smooths away splinters and any flaking old paint or varnish, and this step matters enormously given how frequently hands will actually touch this surface while watering and rearranging plants going forward. Checking every joint and rung for genuine structural soundness, gently rocking the ladder and pressing on each rung individually catches any rot or looseness before you load it with the combined weight of soil, ceramic pots, and water, since a decorative ladder that collapses under real weight is a genuine safety concern rather than simply an inconvenience. Once you have confirmed the structure is sound, a coat of clear exterior sealant, or a fresh coat of paint in whatever color suits your space protects the wood from the moisture exposure this particular use inevitably brings, and letting that finish cure fully for the recommended time before loading any plants prevents smudging or sticking once pots are in place. A few additional design touches genuinely expand what a single ladder can display beyond simply resting pots directly on flat rungs. Screwing small cup hooks into the underside of upper rungs lets you hang additional trailing plants in small pots or macrame slings below the main tier, roughly doubling your total display capacity within the same physical footprint. For outdoor use specifically, choosing a genuinely weather-resistant sealant rated for exterior exposure and accepting that an outdoor ladder display will need more frequent resealing than an indoor equivalent given direct exposure to rain and sun keeps a porch or patio version looking fresh for considerably longer than skipping this step and hoping the wood holds up on its own. Indoor displays, sheltered from genuine weather extremes, generally need resealing only every few years rather than annually, making the indoor version the lower maintenance choice for anyone specifically prioritizing ease over an outdoor focal point. Positioning and securing your ladder deserves real thought before you start arranging plants, since an unsecured, leaning ladder loaded with a genuine collection of potted plants represents a real tip-over risk, particularly in a household with kids, pets, or simply narrow walkways where an accidental bump could send the whole display toppling. Leaning your ladder against a genuinely solid wall at a moderate angle, then securing the top with a simple hook and eye screw fastened into a wall stud converts a merely leaned object into a properly anchored fixture that will not shift even if bumped, or if a pet decides to investigate the lowest rung. Alternatively, laying your ladder flat and using its rungs as tiered shelf supports, propped on simple concrete blocks, or a low frame at each end, sidesteps the tip-over concern entirely, while creating a different, equally charming horizontal tiered display, well suited to a sunny porch or patio corner, rather than a vertical wall placement. Choosing which plants go on which rung is genuinely the most interesting design decision in this entire project, since a ladder display naturally creates several distinct microclimates within a single structure that smart plant selection can take genuine advantage of. The uppermost rungs of a leaning ladder, closest to a window, or the most direct light source in the room, suit sun-loving plants like pothos, string of pearls, or a small succulent collection that genuinely wants bright, consistent light to maintain compact, healthy growth. Middle rungs, receiving somewhat filtered or partial light as they sit further from the primary light source, and partially shaded by plants above them, work well for adaptable, forgiving houseplants like philodendron or spider plants that tolerate a range of light conditions without much complaint. The lowest rungs or shelves, typically receiving the least direct light in the entire arrangement, suit genuinely shade-tolerant species like seed plants, snake plants, or ferns. Species that would actually struggle rather than thrive if placed in the bright top position instead. Thinking through this vertical light gradient before you start placing pots, rather than arranging purely by size or color, sets every single plant in your display up for genuine, appropriate success rather than fighting against light conditions that do not suit its actual needs. Light and temperature requirements, beyond the specific rung-to-rung gradient just described, follow standard houseplant guidance for whatever individual species you have chosen. Though the ladder format introduces one genuinely worth knowing consideration, because plants on a tiered ladder display sit considerably closer together than they would spread across a room individually. This clustering effect genuinely raises local humidity around the entire display through shared transpiration, the natural process by which plants release moisture vapor through their leaves, meaning a ladder-clustered group of tropical houseplants often performs noticeably better in a dry, heated home during winter than the same plants would spread individually across a room with no neighboring humidity boost. Temperature-wise, keeping your entire display away from cold drafts near an exterior door, or directly above an active heating vent, protects every plant on the structure simultaneously from the kind of localized stress that a single poorly placed rung position could otherwise cause, even if the overall room temperature seems perfectly comfortable. The research behind why a dense, clustered plant display like this one feels so genuinely appealing reaches beyond simple decor preference. Biophilic design research has specifically examined plant density and visual complexity within a space, finding that a genuinely varied, multi-level arrangement of foliage, exactly what a tiered ladder naturally creates, is consistently rated by study participants as more visually engaging and calming than an identical number of plants spread singly and evenly across a room. An effect researchers attribute to the layered, naturalistic complexity, mimicking how plants actually grow together in genuine wild settings, rather than in isolated, evenly spaced arrangements. Separate research on indoor air quality and plant density has found that a meaningful cluster of houseplants concentrated in one area, rather than the same total plant count, spread thin across an entire home, produces a more measurably improved humidity and air quality microclimate, specifically within that concentrated zone, meaning positioning your ladder display near a favorite reading chair or a work-from-home desk setup genuinely delivers more localized benefit than scattering the identical plants individually throughout adjacent rooms. There is also documented research on collection-based hobbies and psychological satisfaction, finding that arranging and curating a genuinely personal collection, whether stamps, books, or in this case, houseplants, displayed together, produces a distinct sense of ownership and identity expression that individually placed items simply do not generate to the same degree. Part of why so many plant enthusiasts describe their ladder or shelf displays as feeling like a genuine extension of their personality, rather than simply functional storage. Watering plants arranged across a ladder display requires slightly more individualized attention than watering the same plants in a uniform row, precisely because you have deliberately chosen species with different needs for different light zones. And those same species differences typically extend to their watering preferences as well. Succulents and string of pearls on your brightest rungs genuinely want their soil to dry out considerably between waterings, checked by waiting until the top inch or more feels completely dry, while ferns and other shade-tolerant lower-rung plants generally prefer more consistent moisture and show stress quickly if allowed to dry out completely. Establishing a simple mental or written watering map, noting which specific rung positions need frequent attention versus which can be checked only every week or two, prevents the genuinely common mistake of watering an entire ladder uniformly on the same schedule, regardless of what each individual plant actually needs. Protecting the wood itself from water damage deserves real attention too, and placing a simple saucer or waterproof liner beneath every single pot, rather than assuming occasional drips will simply evaporate harmlessly, prevents the slow, unglamorous rot that water damage causes to wooden rungs over months of repeated watering sessions in the exact same spots. Fertilizing and pruning both play genuinely important roles in keeping a ladder display looking full and healthy rather than sparse and leggy over time.
Feed your houseplants.
According to their own individual species needs, generally a diluted, balanced liquid fertilizer every 4 to 6 weeks during spring and summer active growth, tapering off considerably during fall and winter, when most common houseplants slow their growth, regardless of indoor heating, keeping the room itself comfortable. Pruning applies distinctly to whatever specific plants you have chosen, but follows a shared underlying principle across the display, regularly pinching back trailing plants like pothos or string of pearls to encourage fuller, bushier growth rather than a few sparse, overly long vines, while trimming any yellowing or damaged leaves from bushier plants like ferns or philodendron. Keeps the entire display looking consistently fresh, rather than accumulating visible decline over successive months. Rotating each pot a quarter turn every week or two, a habit easy to build into your regular watering routine, ensures even growth on all sides of each plant rather than a lopsided lean toward whatever direction happens to receive the most consistent light in its specific rung position. Even a well-planned ladder display runs into predictable issues, and knowing how to read them takes most of the guesswork out of keeping yours thriving. A plant that seems to be struggling, despite attentive watering, often points back to a light mismatch for its specific rung position rather than a watering problem at all, and simply swapping that struggling plant with a better suited neighbor from a different rung, rather than assuming you need an entirely new plant, frequently resolves the issue within a few weeks once it settles into more appropriate light. Water stains or soft, darkening wood appearing beneath specific pot signal that your saucer or liner strategy has a gap somewhere, and adding or replacing protective barriers under the affected footsties prevents the issue from progressing into genuine structural rot. At that specific rung, a ladder that feels wobbly or has shifted slightly from its original secured position deserves immediate attention rather than being left for later. And rechecking your wall anchor point or the stability of your flat-laid support blocks catches a genuine safety concern before it results in a toppled, damaged display. Overcrowding, showing up as plants visibly competing for light and space as they mature and grow larger than their original rung position comfortably allows, is a genuinely normal outcome of a thriving, successful display rather than a design failure. And periodically relocating a plant that has outgrown its spot to a larger pot on the floor nearby, making room for a new, smaller addition in its former rung position, keeps the overall display in healthy proportion rather than uncomfortably crowded. Building a genuinely thriving ladder plant display really comes down to respecting a short list of specific details. Confirm your ladder's structural soundness before loading it with weight. Secure it properly against tipping whether leaned or laid flat. Match each plant deliberately. 2. The light conditions its specific rung actually offers. Water according to each individual plant's real needs rather than a uniform schedule. And protect the wood itself with consistent liners and periodic resealing. Handle those details with intention, and that once forgotten garage ladder will become one of the most genuinely admired, personality-filled features in your entire home, holding a thriving, ever-evolving collection that grows more beautiful with every passing season. If you love learning about seasonal flowering plants, vegetables, gardening tips, and nature care, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Nature Nurture Hub, your home for year-round garden inspiration. Let's keep growing together.